Are your notes buzzing or choking out even when you're fretting them right? We're going to fix that in 5. I'm Lee from 5 Minute Fix here over Play Guitar Academy, and I got a question from Diane. She said, I still have trouble fretting. I keep my nails short. I try to use the tip of my fingers, but I just can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. Chances are, well, there's a lot of things. There could be pressing too hard, being too far away from the fret, having too high of an action makes it difficult to press the strings down. I'm just going to go through all of this right here, fretting some notes correctly. Okay, so let's head over here. I'm just going to pick this A note on the 5th fret. It's easy to see right here on the camera. And I'm going to put my finger down. Now, if I just put it down flat in the middle, listen to that. So I'm going to use the tips of my fingers, like you said in the question. And I'm going to try and push that right up to the fret without going too far. There it is. It's nice and clear. If I go too far, it chokes the note. So I'm going back here to the note right there. I'm pushing down. Think of it as pushing behind the fret. That way, the only thing that's touching the string is the fret. If I go too far back, that's going to be a problem too. Sometimes you press down too hard, it sounds out of tune. And you kind of touch other strings sometimes, or sometimes they'll fall off the side. There's a lot of things we can do there. But what we want to do is we want to figure out what's the minimum pressure. What's the minimum pressure that you can press down and the note comes out clean? So put your finger right behind the fret. Now I just let up just enough where it started to buzz and click. There we go. That's the minimum pressure. If I press down harder, it's going to go out of tune on you. So we want to make sure that we press down just enough that it rings true, right? It's very nice and clean, and it doesn't have any buzzes, and we're close up to that there. So the other thing we want to think about is this guy, the thumb, right? So if you're grabbing the guitar like this, you don't have really a whole lot of help with the thumb there, pushing your fingers out in front of the guitar. When we're going this way, your fingers are angled, and it's very tough to get a clean note out of that. So if you have your thumb anywhere from the top side of this to the middle of the guitar, that's going to shoot your hand out in front. And then all of your fingers will be able to sit pretty nicely there. See that? As I went across and wrapped my thumb around, I'd have to adjust this finger to the outer edge for it to ring clear. And we want to do this with all of them. One of the technique exercises that we all play is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a really good way to train this. Each finger goes to the same place, right behind the fret on each one. And I say right behind the fret, and some people go a little bit too far back. I'm touching the back of the fret. I can feel the back of the fret there. My wrist isn't super twisted. It's pretty comfortable. And another thing is the position of the guitar too. I would wear a strap for your guitar, even if you're sitting down, to lift it up a little bit so that you're not having to reach down real low, or you're not being crowded and having the guitar up real high. This way that your arms can be loose and your shoulders can be loose, and you have a nice angle for the guitar. And the angle will change if you're playing back here or playing up here. So that's one thing to get used to, is moving your thumb around to support your hand no matter where you are on the fret. And one last thing, I was rereading your question. You said that you use the tips of your fingers. I'm not putting my finger straight down using the tip of it right here. I'm a little bit to the side there. I'm hitting my finger right here, right, maybe 1/8 of an inch below the fingernail. So I'm just using the pads of my fingers, not really my fingernails too. Remember, playing clean isn't about strength, it's about precision. The lighter you play, the more in tune you're going to be, and the faster you're going to grow as a guitar player. If you are enjoying this approach, check out my free course, Absolute Beginner's Guide to Guitar. It's built around playing smarter and not harder. I'm Lee from Play Guitar Podcast and Play Guitar Academy, and this has been a 5 Minute Fix. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.